This is a special announcement. How to Build Thomas, Annie and Clavel is now on Patreon. Please check out the Patreon page using the link down below to find out all the amazing deals it got on it. And don't forget to enjoy the show. What's up, Master Builders, and welcome back to Ginty Bricks Railway. And today I got an amazing mock showcase for you guys, and hopefully this will suit his grace. And yes, we are going to be talking about Duke the Lost Engine from the Scarlory Railway. And just before I even talk about Duke the engine, I am going to be quickly mentioning that this engine is actually running on this amazing narrow gauge track that is actually being made by Trick Bricks. I'm glad that Trick Bricks actually have made a narrow gauge system for anybody who's into narrow gauge railway. But with that said and done, let's have to take a look at Duke himself. And of course, I do remember seeing a Duke online, but that's like a 5-stud wide, and it looks a bit awful to me, to be honest. And throughout many years, I've been trying to figure out how to build Duke. It's because you've got to have like the sides that match to this, almost match to the side. You've got to have this the right height. Gone confusing. It wasn't until I built the other Scarlory engines and then I managed to crack down how to build Duke. And let's show you how I done that. And without taking them apart, I will just take his tender off at the moment. Funny enough, Duke is the only one with a tender, so this is the rare opportunity. But Duke is being run on these wheels, these small wheels that Lego got, and they are being normally used as tram wheels or cart wheels. And his cylinders are actually, piston wheel cylinders are actually being held by one of those, one by one with a modified brick on the side, well, the round part, with a cylinder on the side. And funny enough though, his actual front section, even though it's been dipped down from his actual running board where his boiler is, basically this is like piece of Sam, but it's on a bracket. And since Duke is, I don't think he's been recreated to actually have normal buffers on the Scarlory Railway. But at the moment though, I just slapped on 2 of those 1x2 tiles on the front, just to replicate his time on the Mid-Sodal Railway. I just need to double check if he actually have these buffers for the Scarlory Railway or not, for his actual running part on top. I think I actually have got a 2x2 plate tile here, and this one's the 2x2 with 2 studs. I think at that time I actually didn't really bought so many, so I have this snipe it of other ones, but of course it's actually been detached by the bottom, so it doesn't have not been so fragile. His face is literally like every other character, as you can see here. Like I've been saying throughout the whole time I have the narrow gauge engine, is that if you don't see the colour, then don't bother colour in. Because literally it's either cheaper, and also you need to get rid of the bricks. On his face though, it is literally the same technique as the other engine, where you got a 2x3 plate, but with 1 cheese lope and a 2x2 plate and a tile on the end. Literally his boiler, like this part, is literally the same as everybody else's, where you got a 1x1 with 4 studs on the sides, with this special 1x1 with a hole in the middle to substitute with the middle part. His funnel is a jumper part with a cylinder with a funnel like every single steam engine I ever done. That's been on a jumper plate. Plus, you got these cylinders on the side with a stud on top. That's what it looks like on Duke. And oh boy, you can just see how big this boy is. This is one good thing about building in 6 stud wide for the narrow gauge engines. You can actually make the width of it look like the decent size as the engine itself. Of course, you can just see there and there, I think. Yeah, there and there. I got those those bricks on the sides. Bricks to actually hold on to all this. But basically, putting his face back on. Basically, you got the actual curved pieces going down here. And this is actually a tile pieces. So a 2x2 and a 2x4 tile pieces down here. So basically this is basically a 4x6 if on its side basically, and on the top is basically, this is the only part with the curved part on it. The other one's got cheese slope that's been plonked on top of the actual brick on the side connection. And in the middle, you've got 2 of those 2x2 jumper plates, one with a big one and one with a small one on it. And you can just see here, his actual cab is basically just basically 4 bricks high, and then the last brick is basically the one with a stud in the middle. The one in the middle is, well, the front part is all just like all together, but the back part though actually have a doorway. This is just so driver and fireman can, well, the fireman can actually shovel the coal, so they need to have like some kind of doorway to go to the tender. So that's actually a nice feature. It's like the same height for the drivers and firemen. And of course you can just see here I actually have a bore connection. Please note that if you are doing this bore connection for your narrow gauge engines, well, for your Scarlowy, well, for your Duke, just please do note that it cannot go around corners with the actual coal bunker. Trust me, I actually already tested it out. It's really bad for any corners at all. So, if anybody got a better idea for how Duke can cover up this tender with a smaller amount of distance, but also got enough range to go around curves, please tell me. I'm just wondering, can I actually whip up the tank? Yeah, the tank is just basically a 6x6 basically. I was just so curious. Was just like, did I do anything special, or is it just all together? And of course, we are now go on to the tender. The tender's got those tiny wheels as well. That's like, and also you got this connection for the bore joint on the back of Duke. And this is where you got the actual buffer beam for the actual back of him. So basically this is just like the normal Duke, the lost buffer. Oh no, I have lost the buffer. Okay, just pretend that there's a buffer there. I gotta find that after the shoot. But yes, it's like, pretend there's a buffer there that's meant to be looking like that. And basically his actual tender is basically just a plate high. Like the first plate is literally the plate that's holding everything together. This black underline is just a disguise, so the wheels don't interfere with it. And the coal is basically the normal coal technique that I have for every single steam engine, basically standard gauge. And this technique is actually being used by the actual Batman Lego set, the Clayface attack set. And I thought that technique looked so good, I used it as coal, and that's what's in Duke Tender. And of course you've got a brick behind, then another plate, and then tiles to tile it all off. And see, it's so small, but it's so cute at the same time though, and it's so effective. And see, it connects really good. But of course, I think that's all I can say about Duke. I know Duke is going to say that would never suit his grace, but too bad. But of course though, I hope you master builders enjoy the showcase today, and stay tuned for more content. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment down below. And of course, don't forget to stay on track. Before you go, I just want to say to thank you for all these master builders who are supporting us on Patreon. I can't believe it. We're going to be so close to the goal soon. Yeah. But until the next video, I want to say I love you all, and don't forget to stay on track.